Hello, YouTube. This is, well, it used to be known as Bravo 45th. Now I am known as Marching Memory Cinema. This is I ordered this online. It's an airborne thing. Maybe I should make a World War II movie, or I like to do post-apocalyptic movies, and I'm sure this still would fit that genre. People may argue it doesn't because it's World War II and not apocalyptic. But I argue you just put a little touch to it, and it can be a little bit of apocalyptic. By the way, this is one of our apocalyptic shotguns, post-apocalyptic shotguns. And so, we're going to do in this little video, we're going to do a little update on our #1 series on the channel, which is SouthMan. We're going to talk about what's happening beyond episode 6. If you have seen our channel, we've been uploading some stuff. First, we've been doing some remastered videos. So beyond episode 6, we've been doing remastered videos. They're mainly like little short clips of previous older episodes, and we're just remastering them, having them have better music, better cuts, maybe some better color grading. And so I think that was something we decided to do to kind of just to be cool and to keep SouthMan videos coming. Which, by the way, we've been doing a lot of that. Then we're working on some in-between stuff. And you're probably already noticing some of that. What's been really cool about doing the remastering videos is that it's kind of preparing for us those in-between videos. What I mean by in-between, we finished... There's an important gap between the SouthMan timeline. From episode 5, he finds Bunker 88, and he finds his nephews there. And when he finds his nephews there, and finds them he didn't find them, but he finds the radio, and the radio has the voice on the radio, they're sheltered in Colorado. Well, he goes to Colorado to try to find his nephews, thinking they're there. And they're not in Oklahoma, where this Bunker 88 was, and he found the radio, but they're perhaps in Colorado, as he hears this voice sheltered in Colorado. That's where he meets the dog, and so he gets the dog as a companion. And there's this in-between period between him going from Oklahoma, traveling all the far away from Oklahoma to Colorado on foot. And so it's a long journey. And we want to imply that it has changed SouthMan. It definitely has made him stronger as an individual, but has broken him and has changed him. And that was what's good about doing the remastered videos, SouthMan videos, because we did episode 5 again, and we did the Bunker 88 scene, and we put cool music, but we also put, like, you know how like a silent film has, lyrics and stuff, and it has, or not lyrics, but it has like words, and the words will tell you the story of what's happening. Well, like a silent film, we decided to add that in, which I think is kind of a cool feature to SouthMan. It allows you to understand what's happening in the story. I also like doing the journal concept, but anyway, so you kind of know what's going on, and you know he's traveling with his dog, but that journey is going to change him. Well, we just released a video that kind of implies some of that change that is happening in SouthMan as an individual. In the original episodes, he seemed to be more, more timid. He seemed to be a person that, couldn't necessarily fully defend himself and had to hide, and seemed to not have the guts to survive the apocalypse. But, and he seemed to be a saint, a follower of God, and a Bible reader, and he's still a man of faith, but it shows his real struggle with loneliness in this video we just released. In fact, speaking of loneliness, the video is called Loneliness, a Post-Apocalyptic Drama Short Film. And it's an in-between period between SouthMan traveling from Oklahoma to Colorado, and he's somewhere on that road journey, and we didn't really get into where he was. And we see SouthMan at this low period where he's about to take, his own gun and shoot his brains out. And it's a really depressing moment, but then he doesn't, and he cries, and we have a breakdown. I mainly made that video so I can practice some of my, acting. I want to learn to get better with my acting. But it ended up turning into a good lore video. I didn't like the clothing I was wearing because the clothing was lacking some apocalyptic kind of vibe to it. But it still works. It was mainly an acting type video. And I thought it worked pretty well along with the music, and it showed the depression and loneliness of SouthMan and how, he's really at his lowest point. But it's from this point that pushes him on to be a stronger individual when we see him in the Christmas special in Tidings, which takes place in Colorado, as you've already seen. So this is kind of like in between the Colorado videos you've seen, which were 5.5 Tidings, the Christmas special, and then episode 6, which is like our popular video that's got 1.4 views. So that's happening. We also want to explore more in-between stuff because we just find that really interesting. What happened? Well, we're going to have an in-between video that's going to be taking place between his travels from Oklahoma to Colorado. And as he's traveling on that adventure, the story is going to be about his relationship with his dog and his relationship with his dog, and him and his dog trying to take shelter in a location, and his struggle with trying to hold on to his dog and keep his only companion with him on this lonely journey alive. And so it's pretty cool little short in-between episode or short film. And we're going to be kind of exploring the relationship between SouthMan and the dog, and you get to see more of a focus on the dog in that one. And that one's very interesting. We also get to explore the nuclear creatures again. And you remember the nuclear creatures from the original episodes, they're coming back. So we want to kind of have the nuclear creatures, which is what we call them. And everybody's thinking they're zombies, right? So that's another thing. Speaking of, beyond episode 6, it's natural to say what's going to happen with episode 7. Well, episode 7 is also coming out, and we're going to do episode 7. Episode 7 is going to be we're working on it. When I mean working on it, we really haven't got much done. We need a script, we need a storyboard, we really need to get it moving and do filming. Episode 7 is actually not going to be following my character, SouthMan. It's actually going to be following Connor's character, my best friend, which plays the thief in episode 4. And he's going to be all about his character, and that's going to be the focus. SouthMan's going to show up kind of near the end, but it's going to be mainly on him, which is going to be very interesting for episode 7. And it gives us a chance to explore the past of the SouthMan universe and the timeline, and explain what happened, what caused the apocalypse, and what was the origin, the genesis of that apocalypse in the SouthMan universe, and just kind of the timeline that happened. So it's like an episode that backs up and then goes forward in time. It's pretty interesting, and it also uncovered a lot of maybe some questions, some secrets and mysteries that we're trying to figure out. SouthMan's journaling in his journal in episode 6, trying to understand why is he a one-up man? Why is he a legend? There's some other videos. Speaking of, there's more in between videos that are going to explain why he's a legend, and we're going to be working on those as well. Pacific 1 is going to be kind of covering why he's a legend, and it's going to be like around a campfire type video. It's going to be pretty interesting. Now, that's our biggest series on our channel, and that's why we're going to kind of devote this whole video for just SouthMan. I wanted to ask if you had any questions about our series, about our props. Where do we get our props? Where did I get this helmet? Which is an authentic helmet. Where did I get this? I don't know. You know, the gas mask is in here. You've seen SouthMan wear this gas mask. You know, maybe you have questions about that. Maybe you have questions about the lore to SouthMan, and what that's all about. And we should make a separate video to talk about the props. That'd be very interesting. Any questions you have for me? Why did I start my channel? What's the whole purpose of all this? What am I trying to get at? What's the whole storyline and story of SouthMan? Any questions you might have about the series? Maybe even why do I like post-apocalyptic stuff so much? I don't know what your question is. Shoot away. All right. You guys have fun surfing the big, giant, great YouTube.